Everybody with me now? Okay, now, if it says that the whole area of San Antonio is this many square miles, and I want to know how many people live in a 12 square mile radius on average, well, I got to figure out on average how many people first live in what? San Antonio, okay? Now, this is hard to do without a calculator, so I've got to think, all right, I want to say people per what? People per square mile. What needs to go on top? You guys tell me. What needs to go on top? This number, or this number? People needs to go on top. It's the 1.5 million. I'm going to write that out. 1,500,000. Everybody with me? Okay? Now that has to be divided by, that's how many people are in the 12 miles, or is that how many people are in the whole town of San Antonio? What does this represent? People in the whole town of San Antonio, or people in a 12-mile radius?
The whole city.
The whole city. So I've got to divide by 465.4. This is the long division that my son kind of struggled with, right? So I've got to move that decimal one place, move this one place. I'm going to put another 0 there. Okay? Now I'm going to start dividing. This is a big, hard thing to do. I've got to say, all right, 4 will go into 15 how many times?
3.
About. Probably 3, right? So I think I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4 places from there. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and right above that number, because there's 4 here, there's 4 digits here, I'm going to move from this number, 15, that digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to put my number 3 right there, and then I'm going to times it and hope that I'm right, okay? 3 times 4 gives you what?
12.
12. I have to do this the longhand way. 12 with a 1 carried over. 3 times 5 gives you? 15 plus 1 is 16. 3 times 6 is? 3 times 6.
21.
Nope.
3 times 6 is
18 plus 1 is?
that one.
19. 3 times 4 is?
12.
12 plus 1 is?
13.
13. What do I do with these? Subtracting. Did I end up in the right spot, by the way? Yeah. Okay. So I counted these 4 digits, counted from the 4 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. There I am. This is now where the decimal is, by the way, is back here. Okay. Now what? Now what?
Subtracting.
Now I'm going to subtract these. So I just subtract. I got to borrow, right? This is just old school way. 4, 10, 9, 10, 9, 10. 10 minus 2 is?
8.
9 minus 6 is?
3.
9 minus 9 is?
0.
4 minus 3 is?
1.
And drop down the next what? 0. Now I look at the first number here, 4. I want it to go into 10. What's probably the value I can use? 2. It might not be 2, it might only be 1, but I'm going to try a 2. So above that 0, I'm writing the 2. So notice that's going right above there. Now I times out the 2. 2 times 4 is?
8.
2 times 5 is? Carry this one over here. 2 times 6 is? 12 plus the 1 is? 13. And 2 times 4 is?
8.
Plus the 1 is? 9. Subtract those. Again, borrow. 2. This is a 7. This is 0. This is a 1. Drop down another what? 0. Again, what do I think that's going to do? That's going to go in what? 4 goes into 10. How many times?
2.
Twice. So I'm like, oh, I got this because I already did that. So do I have to re-times that out? No, it's that value right there. I'm going to write down 930 what? 8 and just subtract it. Okay, that gives me 2. This gives me 1. That gives me 4. That gives me 1. Have another 0. Okay, now how many times will 4 go into 14? 3 is my guess, right? 3. Hey, that's that. 13,962. Okay, I've already done the 3, that's why I knew that. Now I just subtract those, and what do I end up with? 8, what is this? I gotta borrow here, that's 11, gotta borrow there, that's a 0. So 11 minus 6 is? What's 11 minus 6? 5. And then I got a 0 there, borrowing there. That's gonna give me 158 left over, okay? So 158 left over. So really this is telling me there's about 3,231 people per what? This is people per square mile. What's the radius that my district is over? 12-mile radius. How many people are probably in that? What do I do with the 12 and that number? What do I do? If this is how many people are in each square mile, I times them. I got 12 square miles my patrol has to cover. So I'm going to say, okay, I've got 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3 times 12. And again, we're just going to do the old school way. 12 times, or 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 3, 6. 0. Now I'm just timesing by 1. 3, 2, 2, 3. Add those together. 6, 7, 6, 8, 3. How many people approximately are in my area? Yeah, a little over that because we had that remainder, but around 38,672. That would be the answer to number what? 28. See, that's a pretty tough question right there. Okay, now 27. Okay, 27. Flash down and just show 27. Okay, a driver was found speeding and at the vehicle stopped. It skidded 10 feet and 14 inches. The accident report states that only inches should be listed. How many inches did the vehicle stop for? So what do I have? I have 10 feet. By the way, whoever was measuring this, completely clueless. 14 inches is really what? Another what? Another foot and 2 inches, right? So really I should have said 11 feet what? 2 inches. Most normal people would have. But that's fine. Whoever was measuring this is clueless, right? But it says that in the report, it only wants the inches, right? How many inches was the vehicle speeding for? So this one wants the skid in inches only. So what do I got to convert the feet to?
Inches.
How do I convert feet to inches?
Times it by 12.
Think about what it is. How many inches are in a foot?
12.
12. So I just have to multiply this by 12, because for each foot there are 12 what? Inches, and I have 10 feet. So I'm just timesing those. That gives me 120 inches. Then I add that to the 14 I have on the side, and I end up with how many total inches? 134 inches. That was a lot easier, right? So that was number what? 27. Flash it down. 26. Okay, it says, the odometer on a squad car shows that the police officer traveled 1,478 miles over the past 12 days. Okay, over the past 12 days. On average, how many miles are covered in 5 days? Again, this is a two-way problem. I'm going to find out how many miles per what? Day. How many miles per day I'm traveling, and then I'm going to multiply by 5 days. So first I have to do miles divided by what? Days. Yep, I got to do 1,478 divided by 12. Now a lot of you don't know your 12 times tables, but this isn't really all that hard anyway. Does 12 go into 14? How many times? Ones. So I'm just going to put a 1 there. I'm going to do a 12 there. 2, 7, 8. Now notice, I'm really looking at just the 2 and the 27. The 12 and the 27. How many times do you think 12 are going to 27? Well, what's 12 times 2? 20 what? 24. So it's probably going to go twice. Sorry, the 1 should have been above the 7. Or sorry, the 1 should have been above this. That's right. And then twice here. Okay, so 2 times 12 is 24, that gives me a 3, drop down the 8, and we have 12 into 38. How many times will that go? How many times will 12 go into 38? 3. 3 times 12 is 36. It leaves 2 left over. I could keep going if I wanted decimals, but this probably won't want decimals. It'll just say round it. And I can see that that's still going to stay under 5 as I round it. So I'm like, okay, we're good. This is how many miles per what? Day. And then I just times that by what? 5. 123 times 5. So I just times that out. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11. 5, 6, right? 615 miles per 5 days. That's my answer. That was number what? 26. Look at 25. Okay. Officer Newberry, who works for Corvallis Police Department, has a salary of $42,980. If his salary is to increase 10% per annum over the next 3 years, meaning each year he's going to get 10%. So per annum means each year 10%. Okay. Over the next 3 years, what will his salary be at his 3-year period has elapsed? Okay. All right. So I've got to say 10% each year for 3 years. Now doing 10% is super easy. What do? I move at what? How many decimal places? 10%. 0.1. I'm only moving at what? 1 decimal place to the left. So that means I'm going to earn in the next year $4,298 more. This is year 1. Okay, I'm going to add that to it. How much money am I making now? 4,000, what? Oh wait, I better do it from the back, huh? 8, 7, carry the 1, 12, carry the 1, 7. Okay, so this is after year 1, how much I make. Now I got to do 10% of this for year 2. So I do 10% again. Again, I just move the decimal. 4, 7, 2. I'm going to put an 8 there because I'm going to round that up. Okay, this is year 2, second year. Okay, add that to it because I'm earning another 10% in this year. Okay, I add together. 8 and 8 is 16, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, $52,006. This is after year 2. I got to do how many more years? 1 more year. So 3rd year, 10%. Again, I just moved the decimal. 5200. Okay. And I add those together and I end up with what? 60,275. Okay. And that's how much I'll be making after year what? 3, which is what the question asked. How much will you be making after year 3 if you get a 10% raise for the next 3 years each year? Okay, that really made a huge difference if we can get that. Okay, now we're on to number 20 what? 4. Flash down to 24. Okay, it said a squad car is chasing a target vehicle for 160 miles at a speed of 80 miles per hour. Okay, so how fast is the chase going? We're going 80 miles per hour. Okay, and how many miles is the chase lasting?
80 miles.
No, how many miles is the chase lasting? 160 what? Miles, okay? 160 miles. Upon reprimanding the suspect, they returned to the police station at 40 miles an hour. Holy crap. This is gonna take them forever. But okay, they're going 40 miles per hour back to the police station. Okay. All right. In total, what's the average speed per hour that the squad car traveled? Okay, well, so for the 160 miles out, we're averaging what? 80, this is easier than it looks, by the way. So just think of it, drawing a map here. I'm going 160 miles this way, going how fast?
80 miles an hour.
But now I'm going how many miles this way? 160, so here's the police station, and here is the arrest. Here's the arrest, here's the police station. How fast am I going on my way back? Well, that's actually easy then. Are these distances the same?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the average speed is just add these two and divide by 2. What's 120 divided by 2? 60 miles an hour. Okay, so that was easier than it looked. Because I didn't have to figure how long it took. If I had to figure out how long it took, I'd have to times those to figure out how long that took. And then I'd have to figure out how long it would take to get back, which would be forever. Because going 40 miles an hour, that's going to take you forever. But that isn't what it asked. It said, what was your average speed? So the average speed out, 80. Average speed back,
60.
40. So the average between the two is 60. Yeah, okay. Look at number, what number are we on? 23, right? 23, okay. LA Police Department has on review 10 male officers to every 4 female officers. What is the reduced ratio of male to female officers in the department? So it's male to what? Female. How many male do you have? What does it tell us? How many male do we have? 10. And how many females do we have? So for every 10 males, we have 4 what? Females. But that isn't the reduced ratio. The reduced ratio is when I reduce both of those. What number goes into both 10 and 4? What goes into both 10 and 4? 2. So put 2 into 10. Goes how many times? 5. And 2 into 4? 2. Okay? So this is 5 to 2 is the ratio of male to what? Female reduced. 5 to 2. Okay, next one. What number are we on? 22, right? A flying object has traveled a total distance of 1,800 miles in 20 days. 1,800 miles in 20 days. Flying for 12 hours per day. Okay, for each day. What's the average speed of the flying object was traveling? Okay, so I have 1,800 miles in 20 days. This will be miles per day. So I want to divide 1,800 by what? 20. I just reduced that. 2 goes into 18 how many times? 2 goes into 18 how many times? Half of 18. 90 miles per day. But I don't want days, I want what? Hours. So how many hours per day does he do? So this is 12 hours in each one day. Now I'll end up in miles per hour and the days will divide out. If I divide 90 by what? 90 divided by 12. So how many times does 12 go into 90? Maybe 8, but not quite. I don't think it quite makes 8. I think it's going to make 7. 7 times 2 is? 14. 7 times 2 is? 14. 7, 8. Subtract that. That's going to be a what? 6, right? And then put 0.0. I'm going to put a 0.0. We're going to do 1 decimal place here. How many times will 12 go into 60? 5. So this is going to be 7.5 what? Miles per hour. That's how fast we're going. Okay, flip it down. We're going to go to number 21. Okay, 21. Okay, let's do 21. In the last 3 months, Judge Morris jailed 7 people for aggravated theft. They were jailed for 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 2, and 5-year sentences. Okay, so there's my, how many total do I have? 7 people. That's how long they were jailed for. Okay, over this 3-month period, what was the median jail sentence that Judge Morris applied? Now know the difference between median and, what's the other one called? Average. Okay, the median is the middle value. So I just say, okay, I'm going to go 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, sorry, and then a 3, 4, 5. So the middle value is 2. That's the what? Median. Okay, stop it.